Dear Diary, my mom made me come and check reindeer on the side of the road today.
Oh my goodness.
You'll see the turn off up here.
Okay.
We're gonna pull off, and they should be there. There's a horse trailer.
Oh, look it, and one's on a halter.
Oh, good. Hopefully they're gonna be easy to work with. Hello.
Hi there.
You guys made it.
I am so glad to meet you.
Same here. So today we're in Girdwood, and we're meeting up with Hara, who actually drove up from Kenai with her husband, Dan, and her granddaughter, and a bunch of reindeer.
This is Abigail.
Hi, Abigail. Nice to meet you.
She's holding Crash.
Oh, so that's your boy. That's your steer, right?
That's our steer.
Okay.
We've been raising reindeer for 10 years. Our first one was Crash. Crash, for the last 2 years, has lost a lot of weight, and he is very thin. He eats. There's nothing wrong with his behavior or his appetite. He's just not keeping weight. Really hoping that Dr. Oakley has something that we can do for him, so he will continue to be with us. He's pretty special.
Hi, Crash. How are you, friend?
And as you can feel, he's just
Yeah, he's a little ribby. Why an animal is losing weight is a huge range of possibilities. Have you seen any diarrhea, any loose poop at all?
No.
Okay. Parasites, cancers, a lot of these metabolic diseases, those can all take so much energy from an animal so that even if they seem like they're eating normally, they just can't put on any weight. I know. So I'm just feeling for lymph nodes, trying to feel any kind of lumps or bumps or anything. It's really important when you're trying to figure out body condition issues that you do a physical exam on the animal.
I think he likes that.
Ooh, snuck one in when you weren't looking. And it's important that you get really good samples. He was about to pee or poop. I was going to make you grab a sample. Maybe have a cup ready just in case. Cup. Getting some samples, we can hopefully try to figure out what's the smoking gun here. So I think right off the bat, just to be sure, I would love to get a blood sample.
Okay.
All right, let's try over here. Let's see if Crash will cooperate. So we're gonna get a blood sample, and that is gonna tell us a little bit about kidney and liver function. Get you back over here, good boy. It'll tell us overall if there's any like big chronic infection going on. Okay, nobody
You're on
move.
his eye. Please.
Nobody move, I got it. Oh, hold still, hold still. Almost done, Crash. You're so good. All done, buddy. Okay. So next up, we'd like to get a urine sample because that'll give us another look at what's going on internally. So we'll be checking him.
Oh, I think he's gonna.
Is he gonna?
Well, maybe.
But a urine sample is not one that's easy to get.
Perfect.
So, oh, he's gonna pee.
He's gonna pee.
We should grab a pee sample.
You have the pee
Grab a
thing.
pee sample. It's happening, and I have no containers.
It's in your, it's in your, don't.
Quick, go grab it. This pee sample is super important. No, hey. Oh, no. I just didn't think, I reacted.
I put it in your pocket and I said,
I said to have it handy. Okay, no.
you put it in your hands?
Well, I was trying. I can't believe she actually did that. And it's all over her hands. I'd probably use my hat before I would use my hands. High five,
No,
we're good.
absolutely not.
Thank you, sir. I want to shake your hand. Thank you. Okay. Dang it. We'll see if he decides to pee again while we're here. He's got a grandpa bladder. He's gonna pee again in like another 10 minutes.
So if we take him in the trailer, he'll pee.
Okay. Yes. I mean, reindeer are not a species you can just like, get to pee on command. Can someone make waterfall noises? Shh. Waterfalls, rivers. Stage fright, I get it. We can't put his little hoof in a bucket of warm water.
Every time they drink, they pee.
Okay, I love it. Nothing. Doesn't that make you have to pee, buddy? That's making me have to pee, though, that water noise. We've gone through an intricate pattern of walking him around in and out of the stall in the trailer, and suddenly the mood strikes him.
He's gonna go.
And this time I'm ready with the cup. Okay, nice. There it is, liquid gold.
Good boy, Crash.
It is tough with these older guys to keep weight on. So it's really important that we get these samples sent out to get like an overall picture of what's going on. And then depending on what those results tell us, we can send some supplements along for Hara to give it home. Hopefully he puts on some weight and feels better.
Thank you so much.
No problem. You guys have a safe trip back.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll see you down in Kenai sometime.
Yep, that
All
sounds
right.
good. Hopefully he'll be galloping through the pasture with the rest of them.
Shoddy middle.
I wanted to snuggle. I wanted to be in.
Oh, we can barely fit our hips.
Today is vasectomy day.
It's a big day for Arnold.
Today we're at the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center. We're gonna be working with Arnold the moose. I need to give him a vasectomy so that he can be mixed with the other 2 females there without having any babies. He's gonna be living the dream. He'll have 2 cows and no kids.
No kids.
Yep.
Arnold is our 3-year-old male moose. He's grown up here for the last couple years. He's doing really well, but he's kind of our miracle moose. His first year with his first set of antlers, he actually broke his antlers so bad that he cracked his skull plate right across his forehead. We're just glad that he's still here. It was very risky in the recovery process, but he made it through.
Hormones like testosterone help regulate that antler shedding cycle, and that's why vasectomy makes more sense than castration in this case.
Well, he's locked in there.
So we're just getting ready to dart Arnold. A vasectomy is quite different from a neuter or a castration. It's basically the same as is done in people and men to avoid having more kids. So we'll just actually be leaving the testicles intact, tying off a tube that carries the sperm out, and he still is able to breed, no problem, but they just won't have any moose calves anymore. That was a very long way to say, keeps the balls, no babies.
No babies.
Yeah.
That was a hashtag.
Hashtag no babies.
Hashtag no babies.
Yes, you guys get enough babies that are orphaned and stuff, so it's good to...
Have room for those guys.
Right, exactly. Okay.
So he's locked in.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna pop the gate open.
He's not gonna stomp me?
No.
We'll see.
I hope not.
Arnold being a moose, he's 1,000 pounds to 1,200 pounds easily right now, and he has 4 gigantic legs that can kick in any direction.
He definitely picks up on my smell. He definitely knows me and is not usually thrilled to see me. I've really only got 1 shot at this. Yeah, go ahead, we'll pop it open a little bit.
Okay. Oh, Arnold, it's okay. It's okay.
Glad I wasn't in there.
Holy mackerel.
Sorry, buddy, and did it inject? Yes, it did.
Nice job.
That will hopefully get him down within about 5 minutes, and then we'll jump in there, get him stabilized, and start the surgery. Okay. Steer, he's down. Just go slow, because it's still early.
Okay. He's kind of laying funny.
Ooh, that legs. Ooh, it's kind of funny. So Arnold has gone in in not the best spot in the barn. He's kind of right up in the corner against the fence. We're gonna just go ahead and try to get him like kind of rolled up on his side. We're gonna rock him a bit because he's kind of bloated. Okay, that's good. Just see how this bloat situation is.
Is he bloating up really bad already?
So Arnold is already getting a little bit bloaty. Sometimes depending on what they've eaten that day, you know, if he's been eating a lot of browse or a lot of grass, because he's not burping normally, his body is just making gas. And today is a real gassy day. And if he's not able to burp, he's gonna just keep getting bloatier and bloatier. I'm definitely in his room, and I have to go with the tube down the esophagus and actually into the first part of his stomach, the rumen, and that's where I'll get all the gas coming back out. It's barely coming out of here. It's very important that we help him relieve that gas, because otherwise the pressure of that will make it hard to inflate his lungs and make it hard for blood to flow. So he can go into shock just from something as simple as bloat.
I'm not sure I would put my mouth on that. There's like legit chunkies in there.
I am getting a little bit of gas back, but it's just not quite enough. I don't understand why. I've tried to blow some of the stomach material blocking it, but it's not really helping. Oh, for flip's sakes. You know, bloat is a really serious condition, and we need Arnold to burp.
Oh, yes, nice. Okay, Mr. Arnold.
So it's getting a little bit of the gas out.
Okie dokie.
But what we need to do is just get started on the surgery so we can get him on his feet and get him burping on his own.
All right. Let the fun begin.
I'm not actually removing the testicles in this procedure. We want the hormones there so that he normally sheds his antlers and grows them every year. I'm removing the tube that takes the sperm out of the penis. So Arnold will still be able to make sperm normally. I'm just cutting out the exit route so that he won't make any babies. The title of this procedure is Have Your Cake and Eat It Too. Yeah, do you see that? That's the tube I'm trying to get at. See that? That's the vas deferens.
That's the tube for the swimmers.
Snip, snap. There, so there's a little bit of vas deferens.
We don't want swimmers. One fish. That's all it takes.
Okay, I'm gonna start on the other one.
All right.
All right. So now I'm on the second one. Where is this thing? There's the testicle, so it's gotta be coming off right there. Can you just hold this drape up for now? But as I'm making my cut, ooh, it's coming out of its little sack, and I don't want it to come all the way out. The testicle pops out. Once I get it, I want to have you hold it. So the testicle sits inside this like kind of tight little tunic, and it kind of keeps everything contained. And that thing just pops right out. It's like opening a can of those snakes, like the joke snakes. Oh, it may or may not go back in, we'll see. And now I know I'm in trouble. Get that around. Get back in there. I'm not sure if I might have to remove this testicle, we'll see. Once the testicle is out of its tunic, it is not easy to get it back in.
Sure you're thinking you might have to just castrate that?
I'm gonna see if I can tuck it back in there. Oh, I can feel it. I think we can get that back in.
Open.
Oh.
Like here?
Oh my God, you guys. We're fighting against the clock here. The testicle is out. He's bloating like crazy. I really have to either get this thing back in the tunic quickly or just call it and remove it. Yeah, I'm just gonna remove it. It's getting angry and swollen and everything. Ah, what a fail. That makes me mad. This is more of a pride thing. I wanted to do a really nice vasectomy, you know, get both sides tied off.
He's got one.
He only needs one testicle to have enough testosterone to grow antlers, shed antlers, and even to breed. Okay, so we just need to strip it and castrate it.
Oh, we're emasculating?
Yeah, I'm gonna remove this one. Sorry, Arnold. A lot of times when you're in surgery, it's not going exactly according to the textbook. Mama. And you just have to kind of pivot and go with it and finish off that job. Oh, your big bloaty belly. Oh yeah, let's get him sternal. Okay, mister, how are ya? Okay, I'm gonna give him the reversal, guys. He's too bloaty to wait. Good boy. Yes. Ooh, that smells good.
If you haven't smelled rumen burp, it's really rank.
Oh my goodness, buddy.
But because he was starting to have some bloaty issues, it was a huge sigh of relief for all of us involved.
Yeah, you let those burps out.
Oop, everybody out. Go ahead, Jamie. Okay, bud. Okay, Sarah, look out. Come from behind. It's always this balance between what's the ideal thing you can do and, you know, what's your situation. In fact, this whole procedure was like that.
I know, bud.
So my pride might be wounded, but Arnold is not. He's gonna be fine. No one's gonna want me to do a human vasectomy ever.
50% off.
Poor buddy. Arnold's gonna be released with the ladies soon. He can strut his stuff and he'll still be all bull moose.
What happened?
He ran out in the road. I hope he's okay. He was coughing up some blood. It's okay. Hi. So, these are his brothers, Ruger and Remy. He ran out in the road and got hit by a car.
Okay.
He took a tumble. He had some blood coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, I see that.
And I wasn't sure. It looked like he was coughing it up. And then he's got a pretty deep cut right here.
Okay.
Dr. Oakley will be here shortly. Okay. We have 2 6-month-old Doberman puppies. They're boys. They're from the same litter. And Ruger, he's my bullish troublemaker, kind of led the charge and went straight up the road, and a car hit him.
How long ago did this happen?
25 minutes. Okay. I didn't see it happen, but I heard him scream, and I knew that is my dog under someone's car. And it was really scary.
We just got an emergency call on our day off, so we rushed to the clinic as fast as we can.
Hi, Ruger.
As soon as I see Ruger, though, I can see immediately he's in a state of shock.
And here comes my mom. Hello.
As I pull up, I see that Ruger looks very lethargic. His pupils are huge. He's scared.
Got hit by a car. I heard him scream right away.
Yep. As I pull up his lip and look at his mucous membranes, they're pale, and he's definitely shocky. Pale mucous membranes can mean that there's been a lot of internal bleeding. Okay, so we're gonna take him in, see what his vitals are like, get him stabilized, and I'll be right out to let you know how it's going, okay?
Thank you.
I'm really worried. Like, we need to get him in immediately and start getting him checked out and stabilized. Get some vitals on him, give him oxygen. Oh, this is such a nightmare.
I'm still in shock. These boys these are our children, our other children. Is Rugi okay? Is Rugi okay? Yeah, he's okay.
I've gotten to know Gabe and Tracy through their previous dog, Apollo.
Come here, Apollo. Come see me. Hello, good boy. Oh, it's nice.
One of the sweetest Dobermans I've ever met. He had dilated cardiomyopathy, a common heart condition in Dobermans, and unfortunately he passed of it last year. That was very hard, I know, for them and their family, and I can only imagine what they're all thinking right now.
We went through so much this past year after losing Apollo, so to have this incident happen, it's just terrifying. We cannot go through losing another dog this year. I can't.
25 times 6. For a hit by a car, of course, the first thing we're looking for is shock, and that could be because of head trauma, that could be because of internal bleeding. So right now, Sierra's getting IV hints, because if we have to medicate for any of those issues, especially IV fluids to help blood pressure that's tanking, we want the IV in there. Any kind of trauma to the abdomen can cause really fast and life-threatening internal bleeding that needs surgery immediately. And I have to look in your mouth. Oh, darn it. Look at that. Oof. Man, that's a grown-up broken tooth right down here. Poo-poo. Seeing that he's cracked a canine does explain why there could be a lot of blood in his mouth, but I don't know that that's the only cause for blood in his mouth. What I want to do is now look in his belly and make sure I don't see any signs of bleeding, because that would mean going to surgery. So I'm just doing a quick abdominal scan, trying to see if there's any type of internal bleeding going on. It's hard when you get into a hemoabdomen, like a belly that's full of blood, to find the source of that bleeding and try to stop it fast enough. What I can see so far, liver looks good, spleen looks good. I don't see a lot of abdominal fluid, which is awesome. Okay, we're gonna get some x-rays, buddy. So the next thing I wanna do quickly is check out his chest. You're such a good boy.
Yeah.
Down, yes, sir. Okay, hit the light. When you have that type of trauma, of course, even the lung tissue can bleed, that blood starts to collect in that area. Just get a good chest film. So I am still concerned about damage to the lungs, puncture to a lung. He does look like he has some fluid in his lungs, maybe. Looking at the x-rays, I'm not surprised to see that there's a little bit of patchy thickness to his lung field where it should just look more like black and clear. Just this area here that kind of almost looks separated of fluid. That's likely either a little bit of bleeding or a little bit of almost like inflammation in his lung tissue. I think maybe he has a little bit of a pneumothorax. There's a little line. Can you pull this arm forward for me, Maya? When he got hit, that big slam to his lungs probably forced air out of the lung, but inside his chest cavity. So now there's a little bit of air leaking outside of his lung. His stats are good. But this looks really mild, and a lot of these pneumothoraxes will just resolve on their own. Hey, good boy, stay. I think we're gonna try one in his mouth because he's being so good. So we're also doing some dental x-rays where he cracked that canine. So we'll get this one. Ooh, so that is not good. That is, the whole giant root is there. You can see where it's actually just like fractured off. That is gonna be really hard to get out, but it has to come out. We're gonna schedule that once he's had a few days to recover before we bring him back in to put him under anesthesia to remove the tooth. So far, compared to everything else that could have happened, I'll take it. All right, I'll check out that leg. Let's put him left leg down so I can look at that, clean it up a bit. He has a laceration underneath his elbow. It's pretty deep.
Down deep.
I'm gonna open that up a bit to flush it. So this is a dirty wound because some gravel drug in there, so we're gonna flush. I'm gonna need a pile of flush. Once I get it nice and clean, I'll freshen the edges and close it up.
It's okay.
Okay, we gotta do this and still make prom, kids. Today is Willow's junior prom. She's a junior. Today is her prom. And we have to get over there so we can see her and Arik all dressed up and ready to go. It wouldn't be the first time I showed up for like family photos or parent-teacher interviews or prom photos with blood on my hands, you know? It's just like...
You showed up in your full bison get up via helicopter to my parent-teacher interview.
I made it though, didn't I?
You did make it.
See? I mean, 2/3 of parenting is showing up. So I was there, I just looked a little ragged. Okay, so Mr. Man, we're done. Whew, that is a big relief. We're gonna send him home with pain meds, and in a few days we're gonna get him back in when he's a bit more stable and feeling better and remove the rest of that very painful canine root. I hope you learned a lesson. You gotta look both ways, and better yet, don't even go out there. I'm so glad for Ruger that everything was fairly simple and straightforward.
Oh, 60 pounds feels heavier than it used to.
It could have been a lot worse.
Oh, he's coming. He's coming.
Ooh-wee. There he is.
Oh.
There's your baby boy.
Oh,
All right, let's get him right in the truck.
I got it.
There we go. Oh, whoa, he's feisty.
You are ready to get home. Oh my goodness. I'm so relieved. I'm so relieved. Thank you. He took a tumble and you were there.
I'm so glad it's not super serious.
When he gets home, he gets to be in mommy and daddy's bed for quite a while. He's gonna get a lot of snuggles.
Yes, it was supposed to be my day off, but I'm just so glad I was here that I could get in and help Ruger. And there's still time for us all to go up and see Willow after prom. Okay, wait, I need to get pictures, hang on. That dress is gorgeous, and those roses, who paid for those? Who paid?
I paid for those roses.
Off into the sunset.
Come on, good boy. Come here.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you, Kelsey?
Good.
Well, hello. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Let's hear what's been going on. Ear infection, right?
Yes, Gus has had a chronic ear infection since about the end of April.
Oh, man.
Gus is my 5-year-old Shih Tzu. A couple years ago, he was actually hit by a car out in front of our house. The person drove off, kind of left him there. And ever since then, he's had issues with ear infections. He has been suffering with a chronic ear infection for about 3 months now. He's been on antibiotics twice, and it just has not resolved. And his ears are just still super sensitive, nasty brown, goopy stuff coming out.
When ear infections last longer, they can cause more damage, but more importantly, the pain and the suffering of a chronic ear infection, I mean, that's what we really need to deal with here and clear up. Is he otherwise okay, up to date in his vaccines and everything else good? Awesome. Okie dokie. We'll bring him right back out in a few minutes and chat with you, okay?
Thanks.
All right.
I am nervous. Gus is a very important member of my family. My greatest fear is that we will discover that he has a major issue, a ruptured eardrum. So just keep my fingers crossed that it's something simple.
Okay, let's do a quick physical. Hello. Hello, Gus. Let me have a look. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, nah. There's like a big chunk of wax right there, that black. What I can see is a lot of really black, caked up, yucky earwax. Okay, let me look at this side. Oh, my love. Oh, Gus, that looks gnarly. That ear is red, hot, really tender. I really feel bad. I mean, anyone that's ever had an ear infection, you know that's incredibly painful. Let us actually look and flush. He's probably gonna need a muzzle too, because it's so uncomfortable. I wanna have a look with the otoscope, and I wanna be sure that there's not a foreign body in there. Can we put a little muzzle on his short face, Maya?
You ready?
I wouldn't blame him for biting, because it's so uncomfortable. Hopefully that distracts him a little bit from what we're doing with his ear. Really steady his head there. He's a wiggler. A wiggler. Oop. Hey, Sierra.
Yes?
We're gonna need extra set of hands. Okay, get in there.
Hi.
I can get his body. Gus.
Hi, Gus. Oof, oof, oof.
Oh my goodness.
Oof. I don't want to hurt your eye, buddy, but...
I can't see anything. All the gunk in Gus's ear, it's just really tough to see through that. I think we're gonna have to just flush it with saline. And I'm hoping if I can get enough of that debris out of the way, I can get a better look down into the canal and see what's causing the problem.
We're just gonna rinse it.
Just gonna rinse your
We're
ear.
just gonna
It's
rinse
just
it.
saline. Yeah, I know.
Oh, he bit me.
Oh, are you okay? How did it get you?
Yes,
Oh, you got out of the muzzle. Oh, Lord.
Getting bit by a Gus didn't feel great, but it definitely could have been worse.
I think we better reschedule him for a sedation ear flush, and we're just gonna put him on oral antibiotics for a couple days first. It's too painful. It's too much, buddy, to put you through your wake. It's much better if we just sedate him. We'll have him back and get him in early and then do a proper job where I can actually get in there, have a really good look, and hopefully fix whatever's going on.
Come on, Gus. Let's go home.
So are you ready for Ebenezer Scrooge?
Yeah, I'm all set up. All the stuff set up back there.
That's nice. So today we're at the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center, and my patient that's coming in is a little unusual.
Sarah says she's grabbing Mr. Scrooge.
Okay. You know, when you think of Alaska and wildlife, you think moose, bears, bison.
Hello.
But I don't know if you think about red squirrels.
Hey, friend.
Ebenezer Scrooge, he's our rescued squirrel from Chickaloon, Alaska area. The gentleman that rescued him tried to release him, and Eb kept coming back. And so that typically means that he's too habituated to survive on his own. So we all work together to give him a permanent placement here at the Wildlife Center. But he needs to be neutered.
He's definitely a red squirrel. Come at me, bro.
Hopefully it'll kind of get rid of some of the territorial behavioral issues that we're seeing with him.
Okay, so we're gonna try this. Sierra's got gloves. She's gonna try and pin him in the pillowcase.
Or just make sure.
Squirrels bite hard. He can bite through these gloves if he really wanted to, and through this pillowcase easy.
So I've decided to use a pillowcase kind of over the trap, run them into it, and then you've got them there. And then that way their kind of heads contained, their bodies contained, they can't start scratching and getting away.
All right.
My heart's beating.
All right.
Oh, God, he's scared.
Okay, you got him?
You got him?
Okay.
Okay, wait. That's his butt.
For sure. Okay. You can actually inject right through the pillowcase into their muscle. Sorry, friend. Okay, so now we just let him be quiet. Shh. Don't you dream about going to the nut factory.
The nut factory?
Dr. Oakley and I have worked together so long, I'm fully expecting to hear tons of squirrel nut jokes.
So the planning seems to have paid off. He is out.
Yeah.
So, oh, My God, is he ever cute? Whoa, you know what I'm saying?
My, what big testicles you have. The better to impregnate you with.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's a set. I mean, that literally is the purpose. You know, they need to store a lot of sperm. They need to rip around and impregnate as many females as possible.
They are a large Marge.
And you pass on your genetics.
All right, time for some squirrel biz. Those are the 2 large testicles. They're kind of like cashew shaped. Okay.
I'm too mature to be a part of this.
All right, cutting. I've castrated and neutered a lot of things, and he's one of the tinier things I've worked on. But the principles are the same. Okay, so there is testicle number 1. It's pretty good size. All right, sir. We can remove your nuts from you and get you on your way. Yeah, look at that.
Just like a little cashew.
Did you feel how like heavy these are? They're like, they actually have some weight to them.
What are you talking about?
The nuts. They have like weight to them. Yeah, I know.
These are so,
aren't they?
Why are they so hard? Whatever.
Ah!
They're cashews, don't worry.
Ebenezer is doing fine.
Okay, he is ready. Okay, okay.
He's gonna recover quickly and not even know what he's missing.
What's a squirrel without his nuts? A much kinder, gentler squirrel. Okay, do you want him to get out stuff for ear flushing? There he is. So I've got Gus here in the clinic today. He's been dealing with an ear infection for about 3 months. His ears were so uncomfortable and painful, it was really hard to look at them properly. We're gonna go ahead and sedate him so I can get a much better look in his ears. Oh my. We're gonna try and go right into the main line for this, buddy. So he should be getting sleepy. Is he getting sleepy, Sierra?
Yes.
Get over here out of the way. His ears are really gunky, so it's hard to know what they're like until I sort of get some things out of the way. When you have a lot of pressure behind the ear or you have a chronic infection, either of those things can rupture the eardrum. So I really need to make sure that the eardrum is still present. And now I'm gonna have another look. Once you have a ruptured eardrum, you could get a septic infection. It can affect their balance and can definitely affect their hearing. Oh, I can see an eardrum. Okay, buddy, hold on. So looking in the right ear canal, he's got a very nice looking eardrum. All righty then. Other side. This ear's a lot more painful.
Yeah, that one's like full, and it looks really red and painful.
Oh, they smell. As I'm moving over to the left ear canal, it's funky. I can smell it. It's just so wet and gooey in there. I see like black debris, pus, and like so much gnarly hair. Ooh. Some dogs are prone to ear infections. There's a lot of heat being kept in there and wetness, and that can develop a yeast infection, and then it becomes a bacterial infection that can be a lot more serious and painful. Ugh, there's a big chunk.
Look at that.
Okay, let me look. I wasn't getting a... Ooh. Oh yeah, no, he's got no eardrum at all.
Oh no.
I should see an eardrum, and all I see is like a black hole there. Oh, there's blood. Gus's eardrum has definitely ruptured, and so he has a very severe middle ear and probably inner ear infection. Yeah, I mean, if you could see what I'm seeing right now, it's brutal. Everything around it is just like massively swollen and like sloughing. Oof. A ruptured eardrum will tend to close up on its own and heal over. It can take months to do that. But the most important thing now is that we just treat the infection that's going on. Yay. Let me get some flush. So I'm not gonna put anything in this eardrum besides saline. The flush is really getting most of it out, which is nice. We're gonna put him on some heavy-duty antibiotics and a lot of pain meds. Yes, my lovey. and give time for that eardrum to heal. Okay.
I know. So sweet.
We're gonna send Gus home now with Kelsey just to watch him and make sure he gets his medications regularly.
So he did awesome. He did great. There is good news, bad news. One of his eardrums is totally normal. The other one is, in fact, ruptured.
Okay.
So we do have some medication that we're going to be sending you back with to help heal that.
Okay. Poor guy.
Look at that smile. Look at your smile.
I am super relieved to have Gus back. At least I know what's going on. We have the medications now to help treat that, and just gonna keep our fingers crossed that things will heal on its own. I have him back, he's doing good, so we're happy.
So we've got some results back on Crash the reindeer. He was struggling earlier this summer with a lot of body condition issues. He was losing muscling, he had lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he's a little ribby.
Now that we've got the urine and blood results back, we can feel pretty confident that Crash is doing well. He's not losing any protein in his urine. His kidneys, liver, white blood cell counts, those are all normal. No indications of cancer or any kind of like big smoking gun. He did have a pretty good parasite load, so that is a lot of calories that are going to feed friends that don't need to be there. So we dewormed him to make sure he's not sharing any of those groceries with any parasites, and also gave him some B vitamins and other supplemental feed additives, and he has responded wonderfully.
Here comes Crash.
He's put on weight, he's putting on muscle, he's running around and seeming much better.
He is moving so much better.
Pretty boy, huh?
Oh my gosh, he looks great.
Yeah. So we saw Ruger not too long ago when he was hit by a car. And now he's back, and he looks like a completely different dog.
So how's he doing? He's not limping or anything?
I think 2 days after, he seemed like he was normal.
Yeah.
But,
Puppies bounce back. That's a good thing. But we still have that tooth to deal with, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I can take him from you.
All right, here, bud. See you later, buddy.
Okay. Bye. You're fine.
So Ruger got hit by a car a week and a half ago. He definitely had some bruising, some serious contusions in his chest and his abdomen, but mostly he did okay except for a very large fractured canine. It's an adult canine, unfortunately, and it absolutely has to be removed because all the blood vessels and all the nerves are totally exposed, and if you leave it in there, that would just form a huge abscess.
Alrighty. I have to give him a little pinch in his bootay.
Oh God, those are like thunder thighs, dude. It's a big procedure, very painful. So this is gonna require general anesthesia.
Look at his sad face.
Okay, buddy. The base of the canine goes actually back along in the jawbone. There's a lot to it. It's not just cutting, straight down. It's actually making a flap and going underneath other teeth to get at the root of it. Okay, so what I'm doing now is just getting this kind of flap so we can get the tissue away and start taking away the bone that's kind of holding it. So I'm just going down. One of the worst things I could find as I go in and open up the gum to remove the tooth is that it's starting to like chip and fracture away into bits. That is a young growing tooth, so that outer layer is kind of like eggshell and it'll easily splinter and just break off, and that makes it really tricky to remove everything. And you can't leave even a little bit behind or it could cause an abscess. Okay. Oh God. And I'm trying to peel that skin and tissue off of the bone. I wonder if that's fracture. Oh, it is, totally. It's a bloody thing. As I'm getting the gum flap back, I can see Ruger's tooth is fractured. Yep. The outside the tooth is cracked, and all we're looking at is pulp. So when you look in here, it's like the tooth part is missing from there, and that's just like soft. The inside of the tooth is what's left. Yeah, right there. In addition to pain, open pulp chambers, it can open up areas for infection. So animals can get infected tartar areas, but that can get up under the gum. It can get right into the base of the jaw and cause very serious infections, even infections internally. And I can't leave any bits behind because those can cause an abscess later. It just peeled away. That is the meaty pulp of the tooth, and you can see the outside of the tooth is around it, like the actual shell of the tooth is right there. So now I'm getting down around the edge of the outside enamel of the tooth, and I'm loosening it from the bone. Let's see. Okay, there we go, and out it's coming. Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Is that the tooth?
Yep. Amazingly, this tooth has come out all in one piece, so that's very lucky. Yay, it's all done. That is what came out quite a bit, and that was all below the gum line.
That looks painful.
That's all nerves and vessels and tissue, and that was totally exposed. Really glad that we got that done for him because that was super painful. That was a lot faster than expected, and now I'm just gonna close up the gum, put some sutures across there, and he'll be good to go. Let's close it up. Luckily, the mouth heals fast. He'll be definitely really sore for a week or two, but he's gonna feel so much better. I mean, that hurt more than anything, so. Ruger will be just fine with a missing canine. He has 3 others. He doesn't need that tooth to be a healthy dog.
That really looks good. You could barely ever tell there was ever a tooth there.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
The incredible Dr. Oakley.
The incredible Dr.
These sutures are dissolvable, so there's no removing sutures. They'll be gone in a few weeks. Here we go. So now we're gonna go ahead and wake him up. Done like dinner. It's great to send him home and know that he's gonna be completely better.
Right.
Oh, there he is. He's ready to go.
Yay!
He's so happy to see you guys.
Hi, Ruger.
Whoop, come this way, Ruger.
Baby.
There you go.
Oh, look at you.
He did great for his surgery. Where I removed that tooth from his bottom jaw, there's kind of a big dent there, a little bit of a defect and some stitches. He'll absorb those stitches and that will fill in 3 or 4 weeks, so it won't be a big divot there. So what you guys need to do is make sure he doesn't run around too much for the next couple days, and then can you guys make sure he has soft food so it's easy for him to chew it? And then you'll see there's kind of a dent where, there was some bone removed, but that's just gonna fill in, and he still has 3 nice pearly white canines there.
Right.
And all the rest of his teeth.
Keep chewing on the couch. We love this dog. We went through so much this past year after losing our other Dobie. These boys have been our hope. These dogs are attached at the hip to my children.
Aww.
We've had them for only a few short months. I wish we could bubble wrap them. I'm really glad that he's okay.
He's gonna be just fine.
Oh, good boy.
And you guys make sure you give him lots of loves and pets, okay?
Aww. Oh, good job.
Ruger is a lucky boy. 10 days ago, we feared the worst. He's lucky to be alive. He's lucky that his injuries weren't more serious. And, he's really lucky that this tooth came out nicely. He's gonna heal up just fine and be a happy, healthy dog soon. In any typical vet practice, it can be such a huge range of what we need to do. No day is ever the same. You have to be preparing for everything. Sometimes the plans work.
Boy.
There you go. There we go. Come on.
But other times, we should grab a pee sample.
You have the pee thing.
We don't have a cup handy. Quick, go grab it. Go grab it. Sometimes you just gotta plant your foot and pivot.
Oh, no.
That's my advice for life. Catch that pee. Ninja pee catching. There it is, liquid gold. It always feels good when you figure things out and get the job done. And the goal is help the animal. Go with it, roll with it, wash your hands after. Unwashable.